Do I have this correct that 2 years ago the FBI talked to Brett Favre, but they simply just asked him one question, and it had nothing to do pertaining to any of these issues?
That's right. So when the auditors started investigating this back in 2020, they did sit down with Brett Favre at one point, and according to his attorney, during that meeting, they asked if the FBI could come along. And so it wasn't like so much, an FBI interrogation. It was more like them sitting in on the auditor's interview. And they apparently asked him, according to his attorney, if he had ever been to Tupelo. That was like the one question that Brett remembers them asking. Now, in his contract, he was slated to speak at different events. Not that those events were scheduled, but just the contract described some things that he might attend, right? And one of those examples was these rallies for high school students that they were putting on across the state. And one of those rallies took place in Tupelo. So the assumption is that they were trying to see if he had attended that event. And there is I think the whole headline about him getting paid $1 million for speeches he never gave is kind of a red herring. It's kind of a distraction from this larger issue because, he's going to say that he was never slated to attend any events. And I think the contract that they are using to make that allegation is pretty thin. It like almost looks like a completely forged document to me. So,
And also super vague, right? I would assume.
Like so vague, yeah. Yeah, it was like he'll attend events, if his schedule allows. So I don't know how he can really be bound to that or be, found to have been paid for something he didn't do. But that's like beside the point, right? I mean, he was paid this money for the volleyball stadium. The speeches were just essentially a pretext for getting more money there.